don't know if I can do this, you guys. There are people in Jessa Hastings DMs asking her to pay their therapy bills because of these books. I'm emotionally dead. Hello, this is the start of a very interesting video because this week I'm going to attempt to read all 5 Magnolia Parks / Daisy Hates books in 7 days. Right here, this is over 2,400 pages. These books went viral for being kind of like the British Gossip Girl, but instead of a show, it's books. So we're gonna read these together. I'm gonna let you know my thoughts, my feelings, my opinions, all the things. So I read the first 50 or so pages on whatever the sample was on Kindle, and I was just kind of like, huh, okay, this is interesting. My curiosity was piqued. The first book is, I think, like 430-ish pages, and I did everything I needed to do today. It's Sunday, so I'm going to be dedicating today to reading this book. I have high hopes that I want to finish it today. That's a big goal though, so we'll see how far we get. Let's get reading. So I officially changed my stance. In a previous video, I said that I don't like annotating books, and you know what? I changed my opinion, and that's okay. We can do that. And I want to annotate these books, so I got some things from Amazon. I got this huge pack of like these annotation sticky tabs, and I've had these for so long. I didn't realize a lot of people actually use these for annotating books. I just had them for a really long time because I thought they were cute. Thora likes them too, apparently. So we're gonna pick out some annotation stickers to match the book and some pens to match the book too. Okay, so I have my 3 colors that I chose. It's giving French, but you know, it's okay. Untamed, y'all. That's a fire book. Chapter 1. Halfway through the first page, and I'm already like shaking my head, SMH. The male main character's name is BJ. Why? It's an acronym for obviously something longer, but still. Why would you name your male main character that? Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, this is how this book's gonna go. Hello, so I thought I'd give you guys an update. I am 52 pages in, and I'm like pissed. So this is a romance book. I don't think I said that, and it's like a romance series, but there's more to the world, I think, than just romance. They're super rich people, millions, almost billionaires apparently, but they're also kind of messed up in the head. And their relationship is so toxic. And I'm 50 pages in, they're not even in a relationship. Their dynamic is so toxic. He just did something horrible and then bought her a Chanel bag, and now they're fine. I'm like, this could be solved with like 2 seconds of communication, and there's 3 more books. I'm like, can I do this? I don't know if I can do this, you guys. 50 pages in to the 2,400 pages I need to read. I'm gonna keep reading though because I want to figure out what happens. I mean, I'm definitely interested, so that's a good sign. Oh, I just hate it. Hurt people. Even if they're fictional characters, apparently. So I've realized these are the British versions of the books, and I'm not mad about it. Well, I got these because I like these covers better than the other ones. These are the original covers that were sold in the US, and I think other countries too. And then recently, I don't know when, but it was apparently a big deal. They changed to the new covers, which is what I have of the 5th book. And this is definitely the British version because it's just like posh and privy and meter, spelled M-E-T-R-E. But honestly, I'm loving it. I love Brits. I think they're so fun. So now I'm like, maybe I'll start talking like a Brit because I'm reading these British books. I'm just kidding, but it's a good time. To read, but I'm still keep reading it. All right, hello. I am about halfway through the book on page 200, and I'm gonna keep reading it tonight. I was hoping to finish it today. Don't know if that's going to happen, and we still have 4 more books to read after this. So day 1 going well so far, and yeah, I'll update you guys tomorrow. Hello, it is Monday, day 2 of this challenge, and I finished the first book last night, Magnolia Parks. So 1 book down, 4 to go. I have 6 days left. We'll see if we could do it. So I finished this last night. I don't have a rating for it yet, but it was a roller coaster. Oh my God, was it a roller coaster? Toxic relationships, interesting friend dynamics. There's a lot more side characters, which I really enjoyed. I think I said this in a previous video, but I do really enjoy in romances when it's not just the 2 main characters, so I really enjoyed that. There's also a lot of fashion references in this book, which is honestly kind of fun. It makes me want to go to Fashion Week, even though it just happened, but when I live in New York, I'll go to Fashion Week. So I do want to say that it kind of jumps back and forth between timelines of the characters will be telling a story from the past, and that gets a little confusing at first, but as you read on through the book, you kind of get used to it more, so it's easier as the book goes on. Also, I said this before, but like these are British characters and they say oi all the time, and I love it so much. It reminds me of Roy Kent from Ted Lasso. Oi! And it's just perfect. I'll put my rating up on the screen here when I edit this so you guys can see that. I would recommend this book, honestly. It was addicting, but it was also frustrating, and I think that was the point because you're kind of thrown into this toxic relationship. You did see me crying, so I will say if you're not in an emotionally stable state, proceed with caution. It may bring up some things for you if you've been through like similar toxic relationships or things like that. Okay? Sounds good. Oh, the last thing I want to say about this is I made a big deal about like annotating, and I literally only marked like 3 spots in this book. So you know, I think I was just so consumed by the story maybe that I didn't mark it, or maybe there just weren't that many things for me to mark. So yeah, moving on to the next book is Daisy Hates. So we're following different characters in this book than we are in Magnolia Parks, the first book. I'm only about 60 pages into this book. I fell asleep reading it last night, so I'm hopefully going to be reading it more tonight. And yeah, I don't have any more work to do today, so this is what I'm hopefully going to be doing all night. Initial thoughts. I don't hate it. I'm wondering if it's kind of similar to the Magnolia Parks. I think they're on the same timeline too. I think the events in this book are coinciding with the events in this, so it's the same timeline, which is interesting. But I really enjoy the main character in this one too. But everybody in this world is just like really messed up, so that's interesting. But yeah, gonna read. Hopefully I'll be able to get a big chunk of it done today, so then we can keep this challenge rolling and finish all these books before Saturday. Okay, I thought I'd come sit outside and maybe I'd get more reading done because it's actually so nice. It's 60 degrees in February. This is wild. It's a nice day. So we're sitting and we're reading outside, and hopefully I'll get a lot more reading done than when I was sitting in my room. Door. Hops. Did I say this? I don't know if I did. If I didn't, I like this book because you get 3 more characters' perspectives. There's only 2 characters' perspectives in the first book, so this is really nice to have. I'm enjoying it. That just discouraged me. I have a lot to read in 7 days, but we can do it. All right, you guys, it is Tuesday, day 3 of this challenge to read all 5 of the Magnolia Park / Daisy Hates books in 1 week, and I'm still on book 2 and I'm on page 286. So we're getting close to the end of this one, which is exciting. So about 3/4 of the way through, and I have to say I think I might be enjoying this one more than the first one. It was just the first one, the relationship was very immature and it annoyed me, but it was still addicting, which is part of what's so enticing about that book, and I can see that now why so many people enjoy them. I think I like this book better. There seems to be more plot than just stabbing each other in the back pretty much, and I like the couple more in this one. I like the side characters in this one, and I also like in this world there's way more characters than just the 2 people that are together, I guess. And yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I really like the main character. Do I like this main character more? I don't know. I feel like I'll make up my mind as I read more of the books. Going to read this tonight. I have plans, so I don't know how much I'll get done. I'm hoping to finish it today. I don't know if I will. I'm not gonna cancel my plans so I can stay home and read this book, but I'm gonna read as much as I can tonight, and we'll talk tomorrow. Whew, that lighting though. Hello, you guys. So it is Thursday. I barely filmed anything Wednesday, which was day 4, so I was like over halfway through the challenge. Didn't film anything. Crazy day. Okay, moving on. I just got home from work, so I finished Daisy Hates, the 2nd book in the series, Tuesday? I almost finished it Tuesday. I think I had like 50 or so pages that I read yesterday. I honestly liked more, so I think I'm gonna give it a 4.25, 4.5. I like the characters a lot more in this one, and I like their point of views. I don't know, I just enjoyed them more. And so now we're back in the perspective of the characters in the first book, and it's kind of hard to get into because like I enjoyed the Daisy Hates characters so much. If it's hard to get into these characters more, I'm not really sure. But yeah, so I'm 25 pages into this one. It's day 5 of the challenge, and I'm kind of getting nervous, you guys. I'm getting nervous. I have 3 whole books to finish in 3 days, and I work tomorrow. Granted, I barely have any plans beyond that, so tonight I'm going to be hopefully getting a big chunk of this book done. It's about 100 or so pages longer than the other 2 books, but then I know the next book that I'm reading, the 4th book, the 2nd Daisy Hates book, is the shortest one of them all, so I can probably knock that one out quickly. And then last Magnolia Park's book is the longest, so preparing for that. Hopefully we can read it all. I think I have about like 1,500 pages I need to read in the next 3 days if this is gonna happen. Okay, I'm gonna stop talking and updating you guys on this and actually get reading so I can hopefully complete this challenge and call it a success. Oh, also you can see my sticky tabs. Those are the ones I picked. Okay, bye. Hello, it is currently Friday, the second to last day of my challenge to read the entire Magnolia Park series in 1 week, and I'm still on the 3rd book. No, I'm not even halfway through the 3rd book. Last night I made it to page 154. I still have 350 pages to go in this book-ish, maybe a little more. And you know, I might be delusional, but I still have hope that I can finish this book and the other 2 books by tomorrow night at midnight. Will I do that? Who knows? That's the fun. We're trying to figure it out. Should I be holding out hope? Well, I am, so maybe don't answer that question. First impressions of this book, oh my god, did we just get like emotional trauma dumped? They don't get too into detail, but they're definitely talking about traumatic things that have happened to the characters that we didn't know about before. This is kind of messed up to say, but I feel like it makes them more likable, because in the first book, you don't know about this, the things that you find out about in this book. And so it makes the characters' actions seem more justified, even though they did like really terrible things to each other. So I don't know, I'm just like, these books are crazy, you guys. I had like hope that things would get better between the 2 main characters in this one, but I don't know, I feel like this one's just gonna be another roller coaster for no reason. They should just like have a mature conversation and be together. Like, is it that hard? But I did miss my other characters that we got to see in this book. I miss the gang, the box set, as though they're called. I said when I started reading this that it was kind of hard to get into after being in the Daisy Hates and the characters in that book's minds. But honestly, like after I said that, like immediately I was like sucked back in. So that only applied for what, like 50 pages. I am going to try and finish this book today, because if I don't, I think I'm definitely screwed for this challenge. So let's get reading and stop yapping. Yap, yap, yap. Hello. I like didn't read anything since I talked to you last, but I'm going to right now. I'm gonna be horizontal for a little bit and I'm gonna read. I think it's my time of the month coming soon, because all I wanna do is be horizontal and eat Girl Scout cookies. So I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna read. Also, if you've made it this far, what's your favorite Girl Scout cookie? Comment below. Mine are Samoas and Thin Mints. But what is yours? I want to know. Also, I'm done with work for the week, so I can do this for the rest of the night. I'm just a girl, and this is what I'm doing. And it's fine, because I'm just a girl, you guys. It's 9:15. I have 2 hours and 20 minutes left in the book. Am I gonna finish tonight? I really wanted to start the other one tonight, but I do want to read as much as I can. And I don't have any plans tomorrow, really, so I'm gonna read until I go to bed. I might fall asleep in 5 minutes, I might fall asleep in 2 hours, and then I'll be done with the book. We'll see. Oh, have I given you guys like my reactions to the book? I don't know if I have. So after we got those emotional, traumatic experiences revealed throughout the beginning of the book, it's literally just gone back and forth to like how the first book was, and I'm like, come on, you guys, like, just stop being stupid, like, for real. I don't know how their friends do it. I'm like, how do you freaking put up with this? I would tell them to shut up and be together. Put your freaking ego aside and just admit that you want them and stop, like, just making it so much worse. I don't know, I'm getting on a rant. Good night. I was gonna say good morning, but it's afternoon, 12:20. Happy Saturday, the last day of my challenge of reading the Magnolia Parks books in a week. But I did want to update you guys. I finished this last night, and to say I might die from reading this book might sound dramatic, but I'm not gonna physically die, but I'm emotionally dead. I have trauma. The ending was crazy. I just like... Let me get my words together, okay? Let me dictate actually what I'm trying to say. I don't have a star rating yet. I'll put it on the screen when I edit this. Yeah, holy crap. If you thought the first one was an emotional roller coaster, just you wait. Just you wait. This one, we're ramping it up. So at the beginning, we get a lot of information about why the characters kind of are the way they are, and you're just like, this is really how we're starting this out, okay. Keep going. It kind of gets similar to the first book throughout the middle of this book, and then towards the end is what I really enjoyed, and even more crazy things happen. You didn't think more would happen, but it does, okay? There were really two big crazy things that happened at the end of this book. One was at the very end, so it was kind of a cliffhanger. No, I said like BJ and Magnolia annoyed me a lot in the first book, but I do think that's part of the characters. I could see that they grew in this book, BJ especially, and yeah, I love them. I just have to say I do. I love them as characters, even though you just want to like smack some sense into them. Yeah, I'm attached, you guys. I'm very attached. It's really easy to get attached. It's really easy to get sucked into their story, and I am in shock. We have the next Daisy Hates books to get into, which is actually the shortest book in the series, so hopefully finish this one today. I hate to say it, guys, but I don't think I'm gonna be finishing Into the Dark today by midnight. I know that's the challenge, but I will be reading this, and then I will add on my review to the end of this video, so you guys have that. But anyways, back to Daisy Hates. I read a chapter this morning when I woke up, and I just love Daisy. She's my girl. And I love Christian, and I just hope things work out. And I even like Julian, and I grew to like Julian too in the last book, and I'm just like, please don't let anything bad happen to them. I'm so scared. I'm so dramatic, you guys. This is so bad. This is what happens when I don't get my full 8 hours. I get crazy. Also, can I just talk about the dedication of this book? This is the most accurate thing I've ever heard in my life. For all the people in my DMs saying I need to pay your therapy bills, I won't do that, but I will dedicate this book to you. Stay that dramatic forever, within reason, in appropriate circumstances. Probably don't be that dramatic in your daily lives. Regardless, thank you for everything. There are people in Jessa Hastings' DMs asking her to pay their therapy bills because of these books, and honestly, that doesn't surprise me at all. I'm gonna read. Okay, bye.
So don't let me go, nah, 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 nah. I'm all up in that love haze, so where do we go, nah, nah? Just let me know.
I'm coming on to update you guys. I am not going to be finishing this book today, so I will say I read 3.5-ish books in 7 days, which is pretty impressive considering these are longer books and they're more detailed and not just like a flyby rom-com that requires no brain power. And I also just want to say, read at whatever pace you want to read and whatever pace your life allows you to read at. If you read 1 book a month, 2 books a month, 3 books a month, whatever it is you're reading, so give yourself a pat on the back. I'm probably going to include my final reviews on both of these books in this video, so you guys have those all in one place. Yeah, this was a fun challenge to see kind of how much I could read in a week if I was pushing myself. I didn't force anything, so if I didn't feel like reading, obviously I took a nap and I'm hanging up shelves right now, so I didn't push it, and that is okay. So yeah, this was fun. I'll see you in a sec for my final review. Hello, you guys. I am back to update you guys and give my final review of Daisy Hates The Great Undoing. So similar to the first one, we are in Daisy, Julian, and Christian's perspectives, and they are happening, the events of this book are happening at the same time of the events in Magnolia Park's The Long Way Home. But I just think the events hit so much different in this book, and better in my opinion, and I just think it has to do with the characters' POVs, and I love these characters so much. I will say I did enjoy Magnolia and BJ's perspectives more in the third book, but again, yeah, it just hits better in this one. In this book, we get more crime, we get more art, we get more love, we get more loss, we get more just like of the roller coaster that is this series, and it is crazy, you guys. And I do think this is my favorite book so far in this series, and I just think the relationships in this book are my fave. Like, this might be a spoiler, so if you don't want to hear this, skip forward, hit the tap forward. It'll be like 5 seconds, so hit it now, okay? Magnolia and Julian should be together, not Magnolia and BJ. I said what I said, and that's my opinion. It's just my opinion, whatever that meme is.
How do you know what's good for me? That's my opinion!
I said what I said, but honestly, how the relationships played out in this book, I'm just like emotionally distraught. The ending, emotionally distraught. I'm not okay. And we kind of know what's coming, but it just hits different. And I was really scared to pick up the next book, and also excited, but still scared because we're not going to be getting a Daisy Hates book until August. And then I'm pretty sure there's 2 more Daisy Hates books. So I think we get one in August and then get one next February. Next February, ma'am. I'm so sad. I think I just have to say the TikTok hype for this series is definitely worth it. It's fun. It's a good time. It is giving Gossip Girl. I'm here for it. This book is 5 stars. I don't think I said that, so I'm gonna say that right now. I gave this book a 5 stars, which is the first 5 stars I've given in this series. And yeah, I am going to be moving on and talking about Magnolia Park's Into the Dark. Is that upside down? Yeah, it is. Into the Dark, the 5th book in the series and the last book in Magnolia and BJ's perspective. And I'm only about 270 pages in, so I'm just getting into it. It is a long book. It's I think like 700 pages. So this is definitely the longest book there is in this series. And I am just like distraught. I just am feeling all the emotions reading Magnolia and BJ's perspective. I do enjoy BJ more in this book. In the first book, he was like just like the nastiest nasty boy I had ever read, and now he doesn't bother me as much. But Magnolia's perspective in this book is just so hard to read, and it's really sad, and I just am feeling the things she's feeling, and it's hard. I'm not gonna lie, it's hard, but I'm going to persevere. I want to know how their story ends up and where everything gets left off, because this will kind of be the little wrapping up of their story. But yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not sure about a rating yet, but like I already said, it deserves the hype. So I'm gonna keep reading this, and I will be back in like 2 seconds probably to give my final review when I finish it. Okay, bye. Hello. It has been a few days for me, but probably just a couple of seconds for you, but I'm coming on to give my final review of Into the Dark, Magnolia Parks. So in the final book of Magnolia and BJ perspectives, we're following them after the events of the tragedy that happened in the 3rd book, and this is the final perspective we're getting from Magnolia and BJ. The other books in this series that haven't been published yet will not be in the perspectives. So this is it for them, you guys. We get to watch their recovery from the final events that happened at the end of the 3rd book, and we really just get to follow them on that recovery journey. And it is a long book. It's about 700, a little more than 700 pages. And do I think it needed to be that long? Honestly, yeah. I feel like it was necessary, and I didn't find myself getting bored. I feel like a lot happened in this book, but like nothing at the same time, if that makes sense. All the things that happened kind of contributed to the healing and like what needed to happen for these characters to be able to end the book the way that it was ended. I really enjoyed seeing how they got through things together and also how they got through things individually. It was really honestly an insightful book in that aspect of them truly just like working on themselves and working through their difficulties together and apart. So the last like 150 pages or so was what really got me, and that made me really excited as well for the next book in the series, which is the Daisy Hates book. I'm really excited to see what happens based on the like cameos we got from the characters in those books, and I also know we're gonna be able to see BJ and Magnolia in those books as well, so I'm just also excited for that too. So I'm couldn't decide honestly on my rating. 4 stars seemed too low and I wasn't really sure if it was a 5-star book, so I think I'm gonna say a 4.5. I really enjoyed it. It was a solid conclusion. It was a bit long, but it didn't really feel dragged out. Yeah, overall a solid good book. So obviously the 1-week challenge did not succeed, but that's okay. I was able to find a series that I enjoyed and that I loved, and it's not so much about how much you read, more so about if you love what you're reading. And I really enjoyed this book, so I never really felt like I was pressuring myself to read this series during that week that I was challenging myself to finish it. I never want to pressure myself to read because then I feel like, oh, I will not like it as much. And I definitely read at a pace that was sustainable for me, and I had fun doing it, so that's all we can really ask for. If you guys have read this series, please let me know. I would love to hear your feedback. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye!